Hello, YouTube, and welcome to a new series I'm starting on peer-to-peer lending. Now, my name is Nick. I usually go by the Awesome Gentleman here on YouTube, and I primarily resell things on eBay and Amazon. And I decided to get into peer-to-peer lending in order to kind of diversify those funds and increase the cash flow throughout my side hustle business, which is eBay and Amazon. Now, I'm going through Lending Club just because. I'm sure if you come across this video, you've done your research, and there's either Lending Club or Prosperity, I believe, and there's a lot of people that are either for peer-to-peer lending or against it, and I was kind of in the middle. I was real hesitant. I know you can, probably invest in an S&P index fund and probably get better rates, but I decided just to dive in on this, and the $1,000 initial deposit is actually from my side hustle income, and not actually from my day job revenue. So it's not that I didn't have to worry about this $1,000, but it's just another way in investing without actually using any of my my assets that I need. So let's go ahead and dive in onto this. I'm still really unfamiliar with the menus. So if it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, probably because I don't know what I'm doing. But I went ahead and went with automatic investing, and this is the initial menu that I got, or the percentage rate. So that doesn't look too great, but I think the algorithms calculate charge-offs and everything like that. As well as I believe not my entire $1,000 is invested because I still have $25 as a balance. So I'll probably have to go back into it and probably either do a manual investment or I can just let it sit there for the automatic investment. Here's the breakdown. Mostly tier B loans, not too much in tier A, and tier C as well. So primarily tier B, tier C. Now I did have a little bit of funds left over, and decided to do D and E. And the reason I decided to do this was I'm still relatively young, and decided to what the heck, this could be a lesson learned and show you all what may or may happen investing into these higher risk loans. Now you can go into the actual loan and break down what's going on. So let's go ahead into this menu right here. So when you're actually manually investing, you can click on a loan, and then you can see what's going on here. So this one would be for mortgage, delinquency past 2 years, twice, about a year since the last delinquency. So I'd probably avoid this one. But so I would just go through these higher tier loans and just see what looks kind of like it would be a not necessarily completely safe bet because everything's a risk, but as safe as possible. So that's why there's only 2% of that. Um, and then lastly, here is kind of the breakdown of the automatic investing custom mix that I came across. I forgot the fellow YouTuber that's broken this down, but I'm pretty sure you've seen him. Guy with a bow tie, bald. Forgive me, I forgot your name. But so A about 20%, B 4%, C 30%, D 9%. Actually, I have 0% in E because it's deemed higher risk. That way, that's why I have such a low percentage in the this screen right here, because I think I've only invested in one or two different loans that were actually E tier category. And I do have 1% set aside for cash reserves. As I mentioned before about the reselling business, I wanted to increase my cash flow as well. You may think 1% is nothing, but I also wanted to see how quickly the deposits would hit if I wanted to deposit from the lending club, and that's primarily why that's there. If it's rather quick, then I may increase that just to build up my reselling business, as this is an additional tool I can use for the cash flow. Now, there's not too much to this video because this is the initial deposit portion of it. So then, let's see, we're in our November. So look for December's video to see what the returns look like. And appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you next month.